Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, a collision at one of the nation's busiest airports, and growing chaos at airport security.
In a wild weekend in college basketball.
Breaking overnight, deadly crash.
LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time. No aircraft in or out.
A passenger plane with 76 on board colliding with a fire truck on the tarmac. The plane's nose destroyed. The pilot and co-pilot killed. Air traffic controllers scrambling to divert other planes. Gio Benitez is live on the scene for us.
Chaos nationwide. Airport security lines growing with thousands of TSA officers calling out. Houston, Atlanta, New York, New Orleans among the worst hit.
Now the Trump administration saying it's sending in hundreds of ICE agents to ease the strain. What we know about where they'll be.
Breaking news. The president's new message was just hours before time runs out on Trump's ultimatum for Iran.
Gas prices ticking up. The national average almost $4. This morning, the areas being hit hardest.
Hawaii underwater. The worst flooding in 2 decades. Police body camera footage released.
We're under arrest for DWI.
Of Justin Timberlake's DWI arrest.
By the way, these are like really hard tests.
Why the superstar fought to block it.
Streaking through the sky. A meteor in the Texas sky sending a rock plummeting through one woman's roof.
Driving down the cost of your next car. The former salesman sharing his secrets that may help you save thousands.
You're the man because you got me $17.50 off, didn't you?
I did.
Bada boom, bada bing. Let's go.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
And sweet surprises.
Garris for 3.
Iowa stunning the defending champs.
Good morning, America!
Plus, a golden shot sending Minnesota's women dancing into the next round. And St. John's right on time.
Puts it up.
A darling basket at the buzzer.
Sweet dreams are made of
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
Yeah, there's something about March Madness,
Something
right?
about March Madness. Good morning, America.
Yeah.
I love that shout out by Iowa. Good morning, America from them. But a lot of great basketball, men's and women's.
You're right about
this
that.
tournament has been fantastic so far. We have a lot of news to get to on this very busy Monday morning, including the chaos at the nation's airports. Steve Osensami is standing by at the world's busiest airport in Atlanta.
But we're going to begin with that breaking news overnight at LaGuardia Airport here in New York. Here's a live look at the airport right now after a deadly collision between a passenger plane and a truck shutting down the airport. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is on the scene for us this morning. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning. This happened just a few hours ago, and already NTSB investigators are here on the ground. More are on the way. I want to step out here so we can zoom in and you can take a look because it is still very much an active scene here at LaGuardia Airport. The wreckage is still there on that runway. And again, sadly, 2 people have lost their lives. Overnight, deadly collision at LaGuardia Airport. An Air Canada Express flight colliding with a fire truck on the runway, leaving the pilot and co-pilot dead.
Stop, truck 1. Stop. Stop, truck 1. Stop.
Air Canada Flight 8646 from Montreal with 72 passengers and 4 crew members on board landed at LaGuardia at around 11:40 p.m. Sometime shortly after touching down, the plane appeared to be going about 30 miles per hour and it collided nose first with a fire truck.
I see you collide with a vehicle here. Just hold position. I know you can't move. The vehicles are responding to you now.
Images show the plane's nose destroyed, the entire plane tilted up into the air, shreds of the plane hanging to the runway below. The mangled fire truck on its side in the grass, surrounded by debris. Our New York station WABC speaking with 2 of the passengers.
All of a sudden, boom, woke up in shock, just didn't know what to do. People were just in shock, like people were like caving in, just heard a loud bang and then everyone's like freaking out, not knowing what to do.
LaGuardia, one of the nation's busiest airports, closing down immediately. Dozens of emergency vehicles racing to the scene. The FAA issuing a ground stop for all planes headed there. Over a dozen redirected to surrounding airports.
LaGuardia Airport airport is closed at this time. No aircraft in or out.
Air traffic controllers scrambling to divert other planes. Alarms can be heard going off in the background.
Delta 2603, go around. Runway heading 2000.
Moments before the incident, you could actually hear the truck asking controllers for permission to cross a runway. A controller apparently giving permission.
Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower requesting to cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company, cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company crossing 4 at Delta.
In addition to the deaths of the pilot and co-pilot, at least 41 people were hospitalized, including 2 first responders. Meanwhile, there was another aviation incident over at Newark Airport. The air traffic control tower there was evacuated earlier this morning because of a smell of smoke. Apparently there was no fire according to the FAA, but there was that smell of smoke. There was a ground stop in place. That has been lifted. Lots of investigations underway, Michael.
Questions that need to be answered, Jill, and they'll get to the bottom of it. Thank you so much for that. We're going to turn now to the chaos at airports nationwide as thousands of TSA officers call out sick and have not been getting paychecks due to the partial government shutdown. Security lines are growing longer. Now, Steve Wilson-Sami is in Atlanta. And Steve, we know the Trump administration has ordered ICE agents to airports to help out.
That's right, Michael. We have seen those agents here. I've talked with a couple people who work at the airport this morning who say that they saw a busload of federal agents arrive this morning. They are helping with crowd control. You can see that. It's not clear if they're able to do anything to help move passengers through these long lines, some of the longest lines passengers here have ever seen.
Some of the longest and most frustrating security lines travelers have ever seen are getting longer this morning at some of America's biggest airports.
There's priorities, and this is one of them. This is crazy.
To help, the Trump administration says it's sending in hundreds of ICE agents.
We're simply there to help TSA do their job in areas that don't need their specialized expertise, such as screening through the X-ray machine. Not training that, we won't do that.
The president is blaming Democrats for not funding the Department of Homeland Security, saying on Monday ICE will be going to airports to help our wonderful TSA agents who have stayed on the job. But Democrats have offered to pay TSA officers in every part of Homeland Security except for ICE and Border Control, and Republicans are rejecting that deal. The president of the union that represents TSA workers says in a statement that putting ICE at airports won't help, writing that putting untrained personnel at security checkpoints does not fill a gap, it creates one. Without a paycheck, TSA workers are making ends meet by calling out and working other jobs. Both of Houston's airports are seeing nearly half their staffs call out. New Orleans, Atlanta, and JFK, all more than 30%. Those call-outs are leading to painful scenes like these.
This is crazy.
Long lines in New Orleans stretching deep into parking garages.
Maybe 2 hours, you kind of lose track.
And Atlanta is now telling passengers to get to the airport at least 4 hours early. Travelers there are reporting wait times as long as 153 minutes.
It was massive. I've never seen anything like it.
Katrina Terrell got to the airport 3 hours early for her flight out of Atlanta, but couldn't make it through this winding TSA line in time and missed her flight.
Our flight was at 11:10. However, when it started getting to 10:45, I said, we're not going to make this flight.
At Houston's Bush Intercontinental Airport, those wait times shot up to nearly 4 hours Sunday. The nation's 60,000 TSA workers haven't received a full paycheck since the partial government shutdown began 38 days ago. They'll get another $0 paycheck at the end of this week.
So how, of course, do you learn how long these lines are if you're not here? That's really, really, really difficult right now. The websites that give you that information aren't always trustable. There are frequent flyer groups that people belong to where there are people who are members of those groups on Facebook, for example, giving real-time information and photos. That's helpful. I will tell you the TSA app, that app currently is saying that the wait time here is only 15 to 30 minutes here in Atlanta, which is absolutely not true. But at the top of it, you'll see this little red notice that sort of tells you that this isn't being updated. The best advice for anyone, Robin, of course, is to get here hours ahead, especially if you're flying in peak times. That's when it's the worst.
That is the best advice you can give, Steve. Okay, thank you. We're going to bring in senior political correspondent Rachel Scott at the White House with more on the administration deploying those ICE agents to the nation's airports. Good morning to you, Rachel.
Robin, good morning to you. And sources tell us that ICE officials were caught off guard by this move from the president. The president posted it on social media, and then ICE officials were scrambling to try to figure out how exactly to carry out the president's plan. Sources say this is going to start with about 14 airports across the country, but those numbers could change. And while the administration insists this is all about easing those long lines that you are seeing at airports across the country, Democrats are accusing the president of playing politics. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer saying, quote, "It's unacceptable for workers and travelers to get taken hostage in political games." We are 38 days into this partial government shutdown, and Democrats are still holding firm on their demands for changes to the Department of Homeland Security after the shooting and killing of Alex Preddy and Renee Good down in Minneapolis. Lawmakers are set to leave town for a 2-week recess on Friday, and right now there's still no deal in sight, Michael.
Oh, boy, that's not what anyone wants to hear. All right, thank you, Rachel. We're going to turn now to the latest on the war with Iran and President Trump's new message. Matt Rivers is in Doha, the capital of Qatar, with the breaking news. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, some breaking news this morning with President Trump coming out on social media, posting to Truth Social, saying that he has ordered the U.S. military for a period of 5 days to stop any and all attacks against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure. This, as he says, there is ongoing negotiations between Iran and the United States that he says are going well, and as such, he has ordered this temporary halt to military action, a very big deal as this entire region remains on edge.
With just hours before time runs out on President Trump's ultimatum to Iran, the president now backing off threats to attack Iranian energy infrastructure, claiming both sides are negotiating. Trump posting on social media, based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period. But the Iranians are denying any negotiations have taken place, claiming President Trump said they were because he wants to reduce energy prices and buy time for the U.S. military. It comes as Iran's critical infrastructure is already taking a hit. In a video posted by Iranian state media, a woman capturing the moment an airstrike hit the Electricity Authority headquarters in Tehran last week, killing several engineers and civilians. Iran's president mocking Trump, saying, "The Strait of Hormuz is open to all except those who violate our soil. We firmly confront delirious threats on the battlefield." And the Iranian parliament says their next targets will be U.S. financial assets. This as Iran ramps up its attacks on Israel. This dramatic video shows an Iranian ballistic missile slamming into a residential neighborhood. Just moments later, a second Iranian direct strike in a city nearby. Both missiles breaching Israel's high-tech, multi-layered air defenses. Our Tom Sufi Burge was there.
You can see the crater where that Iranian missile hit, but look at the force of the blast, blowing away much of these buildings. We're told dozens of people, families were inside at the time.
And stateside, a somber memorial in Florida. Major Cody Cork, one of 13 Americans to have died in the Iran war, was laid to rest.
Robin, once again, a very big deal this morning with the U.S. military to stop attacking energy infrastructure and power plants. Notably, though, Robin, the president did not say he would call off all military activity in Iran. Things remain very tense in this part of the world.
Yeah, he posted that just moments ago. You're on it, Matt. Thank you. Now, the flood disaster in Hawaii, storms tearing through the Hawaiian Islands, causing the worst flooding in decades. And I know you got the latest on that, Ginger.
Yes, the governor said this is the worst flooding they've seen in 20 years. And so Oahu was hardest hit with this latest system. But this is the second week in a row. Maui was hit just over a week ago. And so all of the islands have been picking up significant amounts of rain. This is one of the dams that they were concerning themselves with. Would it hold? They did get it fortified. Everything's okay there. But they were under flash flood emergencies and warnings Friday and Saturday. Potential that 5,500 people had to be evacuated just north of Honolulu for one time. And there were at least, as of Friday, 230 people rescued from high water. Now, 6 to some 20 inches of rain has fallen. This is a lot of rain in this latest Kona low. And again, they had super saturated soil from the last few storms, especially the one the week before. But even this, see that? That's a home that got washed up over a bridge. So it was homes, schools, businesses, all impacted. Now you say, is there more rain coming? Well, there is, but it's not even nearly as heavy. So there's still a bit of rain shower as we go through the rest of this week on all of the islands, but some of the heaviest would end up 4 to 6 inches. It's just not going to all fall at one time, which is much better news. Michael?
All right, we'll take whatever good news we can get from you, Ginger. Thank you. We're going to turn now to the passing of former FBI Director Robert Mueller. Mueller helped transform the FBI after 9/11 and led the investigation to a potential tie between Russia and Donald Trump's 2016 campaign. The president's reaction to his death is receiving bipartisan condemnation. Our Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas has the story. And Pierre, the reaction was really shocking. Good morning.
Indeed. Good morning, Michael. Robert Mueller was one of the most consequential law enforcement figures in recent American history, forced to transform the FBI after 9/11 and to investigate President Trump during his first term.
This morning, career prosecutor and former FBI Director Robert Mueller dead at the age of 81 after years of battling Parkinson's disease. Much of his life dedicated to serving the American people. Volunteering to serve in Vietnam, he earned a Bronze Star and a Purple Heart for valor in combat. He became the second longest-serving FBI director after J. Edgar Hoover. Sworn in just a week before 9/11, Mueller was immediately forced to transform an agency that had missed so many signals in failing to prevent the worst terror attack in American history. Mueller's mission simple: change the FBI from investigating terror attacks after they occurred to an agency whose primary mission was to prevent them. He left the Bureau in 2013, but 4 years later he was tapped to lead the special counsel investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election and to look for any link to President Trump's campaign. The 2-year investigation leading to indictments of more than 24 operatives and several top Trump associates. But Mueller did not determine if Trump obstructed justice, and the president has denied any wrongdoing.
We had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. We did not, however, make a determination as to whether the president did commit a crime.
Over the weekend, President Trump, who repeatedly attacked Mueller through the years, calling the Russia investigation a hoax, celebrated his death, writing, "Good, I'm glad he's dead." Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle condemning his remarks.
This is a person who served this country and deserves more respect than that.
Be that disrespectful. I guess I shouldn't be shocked anymore.
Mueller would serve 12 years, confirmed 98-0 for a 10-year term after being nominated by President Bush, but was asked by President Obama to stay on for an additional 2 years. He was confirmed 100-0 in what now seems like ancient history. Guys?
Yeah, definitely deserves our respect.
Absolutely.
Here. Yeah,
without
this
a doubt.
is heartbreaking to see the president's words about somebody who served our country so well. All right, thank you, Pierre. We're going to turn now to the meteor that's seen streaking through the sky above Texas over the weekend. Lara, you have the details for us. Good morning.
And Michael, good morning to you. The crazy thing about this is that this is the second time in less than a week a meteor tore through the skies over our country. This one creating quite a distraction at a Little League baseball game.
This morning, a different kind of fastball stealing the show at a Texas Little League game. This bright object is a meteor. Dashcam footage capturing the fiery meteor as it lit up the Texas sky on Saturday. Whoa. According to NASA, the 3-foot wide, 1-ton space rock traveled into the atmosphere, traveling at 35,000 miles per hour before disintegrating north of Houston.
Welfare check. Purpose to something falling through a 40's roof, through the attic and falling into a 40's daughter's room. Looks like a large rock.
That rock plummeting through the roof of Sherry James' 2-story home.
There's a hole in the ceiling, a big dent in the floor, and there's a big rock on the floor. And it just scared me to death.
Sherry hopes to keep the fragment after she authenticates it with NASA.
There will be more meteorite falls over time. And if you are lucky enough to see one like the one that just happened, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Sherry also tells our ABC station in Houston that after this once-in-a-lifetime event of a meteorite crashing through a roof, she is also getting herself a lottery ticket, guys.
If she wins the lottery, that's good.
Man.
Wow.
That had to be frightening, though.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I do hope she gets to keep it.
Yeah, I think she will. Thank you, Clara. Coming up here on GMA, the newly released police body camera footage from Justin Timberlake's DWI arrest after he fought to block it.
Plus, Will Reeve is here with an incredible rescue in the water. Hey, Will.
Hey, good morning. A father and daughter battling a rip current, struggling to stay above water, but then a nearby surf coach jumps into action. We'll tell you what happened, plus more headlines, new at 7:30.
Okay, Will. And Elizabeth Schulze, you see, she's here with the secrets of a former car salesman. Hey there, Elizabeth.
Hey, Robin. We have some insider tips this morning on how to drive down the price of your next car.
Coming up, Bluey is here with some big news for some little ones. And we have some puppies this morning as well.
Got it all.
He's got to go. Darling puts it up.
I'm telling you, that man can coach.
Yeah.
St. John's stunning Kansas at the buzzer thanks to Dylan Darling. He is a darling. And St. John's in the Sweet 16 for the first time this century. I know, it is.
He scored 2 points that game, and those were that.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Congratulations.
When you called. We have much more on March Madness just with Will Reeve just ahead. But Will, you have some headlines for us.
I do, Michael. Good morning. We have a lot to get to here. We begin at 7:30 with that breaking news overnight, that deadly collision at LaGuardia Airport, an Air Canada Express flight colliding with a fire truck on the runway, leaving the pilot and co-pilot dead. Air traffic controllers scrambled to divert other planes. At least 41 people were hospitalized, including 2 first responders. We'll have much more on that story ahead in our next hour. And it's been 7 weeks now since Nancy Guthrie went missing. This morning, a new message from the Guthrie family. Savannah Guthrie posting a statement in which the family says they continue to believe the people of Arizona hold the key to finding a resolution in this case. They stress no detail is too small. It may be the key. And really sad news here. NHL reporter Jessie Pierce and her 3 children were killed in a fire in their Minnesota home over the weekend. The 37-year-old covered the Minnesota Wild for the league's website for the past decade. She was beloved. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Let's wrap up these headlines with some heroism here. This frightening video from Oceanside, California. There is a happy ending. A father and a daughter were battling a rip current. They're struggling to stay above water when a nearby surf coach jumps into action. He swims over, he helps get them to the jetty. The dad in the case here said he didn't think they were going to make it, and then he heard the voice of an angel who came to their rescue. Really amazing stuff there. Some people just have it in them.
They really do, Will. Thank you so much. Now we have the release of the police body camera video that was taken the night Justin Timberlake was arrested for driving while impaired. And Lara, I know you have that story for us.
Yeah, Robin, I do. Good morning to you. So this happened in 2024, and Timberlake's team has sued. They'd had sued to block the release of the officer's body cam video. Well, this morning, a deal has been reached, and a portion of that video has been made public.
Based off of his observations, you are intoxicated. Okay. So you were under arrest for DWI.
This morning, newly released body cam footage shows the moments cops in the Hamptons informed Justin Timberlake that he's under arrest after stopping him for a suspected DWI in June of 2024.
I was just following my friends.
Okay. Yeah, I understand, but we are where we are right now, okay?
You boys treat me like I'm a criminal.
Timberlake and his attorneys had been battling the release of this video since March 1st. That's when the Sag Harbor Police Department notified the singer's team that it planned to release 8 hours of body camera footage related to his arrest. Timberlake arguing that releasing so much video would cause him undue humiliation and be an invasion of privacy. The 2 parties later agreeing to release about 20 minutes.
So the reason for the stop is because you keep veering off to the left, and then you're not stopping at the stop signs.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
The incident unfolding during Timberlake's Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Police reporting he ran a stop sign and veered out of his lane.
What are you visiting?
Yeah, I'm on tour.
What are you doing?
I'm on the world tour. I'm Justin Timberlake.
What's your name?
Justin Timberlake.
You are Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Field to toe.
The singer asked to undergo a series of field sobriety tests. The then 43-year-old visibly struggling.
4,000, 5,000.
All right, that's all good.
All
right.
By the way, these are like really hard tests.
Eventually, the officer asking him to use a breathalyzer.
So the way this device works, you just put your lips over it and you blow into it like you're blowing a balloon. No?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Then, placing him under arrest.
All right. Just turn around for me, please.
In the video, which is blurred in parts, one of his friends then coming out to plead with the officers.
Can you guys please just do me a favor, because you loved Bye 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 or like Sexy Back. Do me one favor. Let me ask him if he wants me to give him his phone.
The police then take Timberlake to the station before locking him in a cell for the night.
30?
All night?
It might not be this one. You might be over at the other one, and they actually have blankets for you.
You guys are wild, man.
Timberlake reached a plea deal in September of 2024 where he pled guilty to the lesser offense of driving while ability impaired, and he was ordered to pay a $500 fee and complete 25 hours of community service, and he had his license suspended for 90 days. He was also required to make a public service announcement about the dangers of driving impaired, guys.
Ooh, that was tough to watch.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but glad that he wasn't hurt and no one else was hurt
Exactly.
as well.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Lara. Now, with GMA on the money, insider secret to saving money on your next car. A former salesman is sharing what he learned on the job, and Elizabeth Schulte has the story. Good morning again, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, Michael. So buying a new car is more expensive than ever. Edmund says the average payment is now at an all-time high $772 per month. We talked to a former dealership salesman who was first profiled in the Wall Street Journal and is now sharing insider tips for how to save buyers big money.
Hello, sales. I just wanted to see if you guys have a Honda Civic Type R.
It is in front of me.
Oh, it's in front of you. It's right there. It's available.
His clients say he's the ultimate car buying negotiator.
I assume you had a number in mind.
I'd like to be $3,000 the other way.
A former dealership salesman turned personal car buying advocate. Tommy Makula says he uses his insider knowledge and experience to haggle deals on behalf of new car shoppers, all for a flat rate of $1,000. The 33-year-old says his clients save on average about $6,000.
So many people hate the car buying process. Most of our clients care more about the time, the energy, the anxiety, because I don't have a secret wand. I don't have a magic sauce that saves you thousands of dollars more than you can on your own.
Working remotely, Makula also live streams his calls with dealerships.
You're the man because you got me $1,750 off, didn't you?
I did.
Bada boom, bada bing. Let's go. We do that for transparency. My belief is that everybody should see what it's like to buy a car, so it raises awareness not only to dealerships, but consumers can see what they're up against.
He asked what I felt like were the right questions, and I was confident enough to give it a try, and I'm glad I did, and honestly won't buy a car another way at this point.
Craig Goodfriend of New Jersey says Makula's business helped him save thousands on cars for both himself and his son.
I think what's important is that, he can find you the best deal, but he's also saving me so much time and hassle.
So what are Makula's biggest tips?
I always say negotiate over the phone. It makes it much more of an analytical decision. When a dealership starts to play games, it's very easy to hang up your phone. It's not easy when you're sitting in front of a real human being.
Makula also stresses that competition is the best way to drive the price down and suggests getting 5 to 10 dealerships involved to bid against each other. And lastly, he says you should always ask questions about the advertised price for a car. Check if there are additional taxes, fees, and any mandatory dealership add-ons you have to pay for. If you don't ask for those things, the dealership may not tell you.
We reached out to the National Automobile Dealers Association to ask them about Makula's strategy. They said that buying a car is a big transaction and some consumers may opt to pay for a car buying service, but they added that these services are plentiful but can add on significant costs, guys.
And that's something to keep in mind. All right, Elizabeth, thank you.
Now to March Madness. The men's Sweet 16 is set this morning, but one top seed won't be there, blowing up a lot of brackets. Will Reeve is here with all the action. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Hello, everyone. We're going to have a new men's champion this year after Florida going down. So what a weekend of hoops it was. We had upsets, buzzer beaters, marquee matchups on the horizon. The madness has only just begun.
Fulgaris for three.
This morning, the first #1 seed knocked out of the men's NCAA tournament ahead of the Sweet 16. Top-seeded defending champion Florida falling to 9-seed Iowa on this last-second shot from Alvaro Fulgaris.
We went through a lot of moments in the season. I've been in a lot of moments in my life.
The Hawkeyes full of excitement in the locker room.
Garland puts it up.
And St. John's stunning Kansas at the buzzer, thanks to Dylan Darling, whose only points in the game came when they counted most.
I just try to keep, stay level-headed, stay in the game, and knew down the stretch that, my team was going to need me to make a play. And, 4 seconds left, picture perfect.
The Johnnies into the Sweet 16 for the first time this century, where Hall of Fame coach Rick Pitino's team will face #1 overall seed Duke. 4-seed Nebraska surviving in their second-round South Region showdown with Vanderbilt. This half-court heave from Tyler Tanner just rimming out, and the Cornhuskers are into the first Sweet 16 in program history.
The Longhorns!
And 11-seed Texas becoming just the 6th play-in team to reach the Sweet 16 since the field expanded to 68 teams. The Longhorns knocking off 3-seed Gonzaga over the weekend. And on the women's side, 4-seed Minnesota defeating 5-seed Ole Miss. Amaya Battle scoring this game-winning shot for the Golden Gophers.
Here's Graves again. Give her a couple more.
1-seed Texas dominant, making a statement in their 100-58 win over 8-seed Oregon. And 2-seed LSU setting a record with their 16th 100-point game this season, beating number 7 Texas Tech 101-47.
It's an honor. Cause you've been coaching like 100 years, and I'm just kidding. I'm just laughing. No, Coach, I'm just laughing. Not that long. You just lost your starting job, sister.
Oh no, Flaugier, go to the bench.
I know, exactly.
Wow, so in a power ranking of the remaining teams on the men's side, ESPN has it going Arizona, Michigan, and then tournament favorite Duke, but they don't play the games on paper, which is good because if you look at this paper, a lot of red ink, accountability, my bracket's not so good.
You had Florida.
I have Duke winning it all, but the women's bracket looking a lot better, and if you want to watch some women's basketball today, the second round rolls on ESPN all day, then their Sweet 16 is set.
Will be set. Okay, well, oof, that looks pretty rough.
You judge me at the end. Judge me at the end.
That's right. Coming up, our new series, Next Up, rising women's basketball star Audie Crooks. Well, we're going to find out what inspires the All-American nickname Lady Shack, both on and off the court. And one Audie.
Breaking overnight, deadly crash.
LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time. No aircraft in or out.
A passenger plane with 76 on board colliding with the fire truck on the tarmac. The plane's nose destroyed. The pilot and co-pilot killed.
Actress Amanda Peet sharing her breast cancer diagnosis, why it was able to be caught early. Plus, Dr. Narula is here with what all women should know about getting the screening they need.
And we're celebrating Bluey this morning.
Oh, yeah, go Bluey!
She's here live with her sister Bingo with a big reveal. And our biggest little fans are cheering them on as they say,
Good morning, America!
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, everybody. There's so much excitement out there. It's one of my favorite Good Morning Americas that we've had here in our studio. All those young fans of Bluey and Bingo. Well, we've got some exciting news for every one of them.
And we heard them in the break. They are very, very excited.
Oh, yeah.
Also not exciting, though, gas prices ticking up. The national average almost $4. And Rebecca Jarvis will have the areas that are hardest hit.
Yeah, but first, look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with the breaking news overnight. A deadly collision at a major airport here in New York City. And let's bring back transportation correspondent Gio Benitez, who's on the scene for us. Good morning again, Gio.
Hey, Michael, good morning again. This is just an awful story here at LaGuardia. As you've said here, 2 people have lost their lives, the pilot and the co-pilot. I want to zoom in because with daylight, you could actually see the wreckage of that plane still there on the runway. You have emergency crews all around it. NTSB investigators are here looking at this because it is a very, very serious investigation.
Overnight, deadly collision at LaGuardia Airport. An Air Canada Express flight colliding with a fire truck on the runway, leaving the pilot and co-pilot dead.
Stop, truck 1. Stop. Stop, truck 1. Stop.
Air Canada Flight 8646 from Montreal with 72 passengers and 4 crew members on board landed at LaGuardia at around 11:40 p.m. Sometime shortly after touching down, the plane appeared to be going about 30 miles per hour and it collided nose first with a fire truck.
I see you collide with a vehicle there. Just hold position. I know you can't move. The vehicle's there responding to you now.
Images show the plane's nose destroyed, the entire plane tilted up into the air, shreds of the plane hanging to the runway below, the mangled fire truck on its side in the grass, surrounded by debris. Our New York station WABC speaking with 2 of the passengers.
All of a sudden, boom, woke up in shock, just didn't know what to do. People were just in shock, like people were like caving in, just heard a loud bang, and then everyone's like freaking out, not knowing what to do.
LaGuardia, one of the nation's busiest airports, closing down immediately.
LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time. No aircraft in or out.
In addition to the deaths of the pilot and co-pilot, at least 41 people were hospitalized, including 2 first responders.
Meanwhile, there was another aviation incident over at Newark Airport. The air traffic control tower there was evacuated because there was a smell of smoke apparently coming from the elevator. We're told by the FAA there was no fire, but there was some sort of smell of smoke, so they evacuated air traffic control. There was a ground stop in place for a time. That ground stop has now been lifted, but it's just incredible that we have 2 major investigations at 2 separate airports, guys.
Right here in New York City, both of them, Gio. Thank you for that. And let's bring in ABC News aviation analyst John Nance. And John, thank you for joining us this morning. And how could, just very straightforward, how could something like this happen?
Well, it's a very complex operation at all times, but things have to be in exact sequence, and you're very, very vulnerable. This is one of the most upsetting parts. Is when you sit down on that runway and you lower your nose wheel and you're losing the airspeed, you don't have a lot of room. You're very vulnerable to a mistake like this.
And so, John, talk about when a pilot sees something on the runway, how much ability does that person have to swerve?
Robin, there's very little ability to swerve depending on your speed. As a matter of fact, we use in simulators all over the world all the time the old truck on the runway scenario to get pilots to go around. But if you don't have enough airspeed and somebody appears in front of you, there's very little opportunity to really change the trajectory of that jet.
I was talking with Michael. My dad was a pilot. He said the 2 times you really have to be aware: takeoff and landing. You think that once you landed that would be all set, but then how often do we see something like this happen, John?
Very, very seldom. It's a very practiced thing to make sure nobody gets on that runway, aircraft or truck, without proper clearance. So there was obviously a mistake made here in one form or another, but it'll be complex. There's never just one cause, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Well, John, we always appreciate your insight, and people really want some answers to all this. Thank you, John. We're going to turn now to gas prices ticking up. Rebecca Jarvis at a gas station here in New York with more on the war on Iran's economic impact. Good morning to you, Rebecca.
Good morning, Robin. And we've seen it now for weeks, and we're seeing it at the pump again this morning. Prices up again overnight, now $3.93 nationwide, according to Gas Buddy. But while the entire country is seeing prices climb, some states are feeling this a lot more than others. According to that data from Gas Buddy, the South and the West are being hit hardest by this crisis. States like Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, and New Mexico have seen the biggest gas price increases compared to before the start of the war. Prices are up about 50% in New Mexico and Colorado and 40% in Arizona and Illinois. The longer the Strait of Hormuz is shut, that critical passageway, the more unstable the global economic outlook becomes. Some airlines are now taking fuel-saving measures out of an abundance of caution. United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby says those moves are part of steps to prepare for a scenario in which oil hits $175 a barrel or remains above $100 through the next year. And the ultimatum from President Trump to Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz by tonight is critical in the eyes of analysts and investors. They say if that does not happen, they expect to see prices climb again and potentially quite significantly. Robin?
That's what we don't want to see happen. I know very active where you are right there, Rebecca. Thank you. Coming up on our GMA Morning Menu, actress Amanda Peet sharing her breast cancer journey. Dr. Narula is here with what all women need to know.
Also ahead, it's the best of both worlds. Miley Cyrus meets GMA as the Grammy-winning superstar tells us about the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana.
Plus, Tori Johnson is here with deals and steals on some of my favorite products over the years, from fragrances to a foot massager. Big savings, 50% off at least. And Larry, you have some special guests.
What a morning. We are here with top dog herself, Bluey, and little sister, Bingo. And we're going to tell you new ways to experience the Bluey magic coming up on GMA. You ready? Woo! Let's do it. Hi, Bluey. Hi,
Bingo. We're back now with our GMA cover story. Actress Amanda Peet revealing her breast cancer diagnosis in a personal essay in The New Yorker. Peet says it was caught early thanks to extra monitoring precautions she was taking. And Rhiannon Alley has the story.
It is you. Mr. Tedeschi, you don't understand. I'm one of your biggest fans.
This morning, actress Amanda Peet revealing a life-changing cancer diagnosis in an essay she penned for The New Yorker, titled My Season of Ativan, named for the anxiety medication she was prescribed to confront her own health journey, coupled with managing her parents' hospice care. The 54-year-old chronicling her breast cancer diagnosis and treatment journey, saying, "For many years, I've been told that I have dense and busy breasts, not as a compliment, but as a warning that they require extra monitoring. I had been seeing a breast surgeon every 6 months for checkups." Peet says her doctor grew concerned after a routine scan and later performed a biopsy. Preliminary reports showing the emergence of a small tumor. The actress says she underwent additional testing to learn about her receptor status, which she says indicates how tough your strain of cancer is. It's like dogs, her doctor explained. You have poodles on one end and on the other, pit bulls. Peet would mourn the loss of her father over the course of her diagnosis. While preparing for his funeral, she says she got a text from her doctor with her results, giving her the good news, saying they were all poodle features. The mother of 3 says she was hormone receptor positive and HER2 negative, which are more favorable for treatment. A second mass was later discovered in the same breast by Peet's radiologist. We found out that the second mass was benign and that I would only need a lumpectomy and radiation, not a double mastectomy or chemo. Peet says the cancer was stage 1, and following radiation treatment, the actress says she received her first clear scan at the beginning of this year.
All right, ABC News chief medical correspondent Dr. Tara Narula joined us now. And Doc, I'm glad that she's okay and she caught it early. So what can women learn more about? How can they learn more about the breast cancer screening needs for themselves?
Yeah, first of all, this was a beautiful essay for anyone who hasn't read it. But certainly when we think about screening, you want to understand what a woman's personal risk factor profile is. That's really what dictates how she gets screened. So there are different risk factors ranging from things like, are you a carrier of the BRCA gene, to when did you have your first child, to whether you have a personal or family history. What a lot of doctors and what patients can do is to use risk calculators to figure out your personal risk. And so you can go online. They're easy to use. There are several different kinds, and they will each ask you different things. So you may get a different risk based on which calculator you use, but when you plug in your information, you will get essentially either a 5-year risk of breast cancer development, 10-year, or even a lifetime risk. Then based on that, we kind of tend to group women average risk, less than a 15% lifetime risk of developing breast cancer, moderate risk, 15 to 20%, or high risk, greater than 20%. If you are average or moderate risk, you tend to get screened with mammograms, generally starting at the age of 40. If you are high risk, then your doctor will likely recommend mammograms as well as additional supplemental testing like MRIs, for example.
Dense breast tissue. This changes the game for a lot of women.
It does, and so many women don't know about this, but it's really important. So dense breast, what is this? Essentially, the breast is a combination of fatty tissue and fibrous and glandular tissue. Depending on what the breakdown is that you have of those particular components, you either have dense breast or non-dense breast. The more fatty it is, less dense. The more fibrous and glandular, more dense. We grade them A, B, C, D. If you are a C or D, meaning more of that fibrous or glandular tissue, you are going to be considered to have dense breasts. Now, as of September 2024, all mammogram reports are required to report whether you have dense breasts or not. What is the problem with dense breasts? They are both associated with a higher risk of developing breast cancer, but also they make it much harder to find cancer on mammograms. Dense breasts look white on the mammogram, so do cancer lesions or masses. So it's hard to differentiate that. So it is really important, if you have dense breasts, many times doctors will recommend a 3D mammogram as opposed to a 2D mammogram, and also potentially supplemental testing like MRIs. I have to tell you, for me, just personally, no history. I got a report of dense breasts last year and went from getting just regular mammograms to now every 6 months a mammogram and an MRI, a mammogram and an MRI, with dense breasts being the only risk factor for me, based on that risk calculator that my doctor did.
On that calculator?
Yes.
That's important information.
That is very, and I'm so grateful. In 2007, before all these guidelines, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The mammogram did not detect it, but fortunately my doctor had ordered the additional screening because of my dense breast tissue. And it had not been for that, they would not have detected the cancer.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what's so important.
And men should get
Men can get breast cancer too. We should not forget that. Yes.
Yeah, we both have brothers who have gone through that.
That's right. Very
All right.
important.
Thank you so much, Dr. Arula.
It is that time. Pop news time with Lara.
Wow, thank you so much, Michael Strahan.
Gotcha.
We're going to begin, everybody, with Ryan Gosling. His new movie, Project Hail Mary, launching to #1 at the box office with $80 million in ticket sales, making it the biggest movie debut of 2026 so far, and Amazon MGM's biggest opening for a movie ever. To celebrate, Ryan surprised fans in an IMAX theater here in New York City, saying hello, taking pictures, and he talked about why this movie is so important to him. Take a look.
6 years ago, I got the manuscript. The most ambitious thing I'll ever make. It seemed impossible. It was too good not to give it a shot. 6 years later, we did it. Here we are. We're all back in theaters.
Project Hail Mary is based on an Andy Weir novel that came out in 2021 about a middle school teacher, science teacher, sent into space as a last-ditch attempt to help save humanity. The movie is in theaters everywhere now. I saw him, he was on The View on Friday. He loves this movie. If he believes, I believe. Yeah,
so it's on the
exciting.
list.
Yep, absolutely. All right, also popping this morning, I'll give you the best of both worlds here. Miley Cyrus and Robin Roberts. Yeah, man. Miley gearing up to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana. And 16 years ago, Robin, a little walk down memory lane. You were on an episode of Hannah Montana, the beloved series. Miley just opened up about that guest appearance to Kelly Carter in a new interview. Check it out.
In an episode in season 4, our very own Robin Roberts was a part of it.
I'm Robin Roberts, and today we sit down with Miley Stewart, the remarkable young woman who is, or rather was, Hannah Montana.
Robin, at this point, she's seen my family like on and off camera, so she knows the BTS Cyrus family. It was chaos because we all love Robin, so my mom was like so strict about us being on our best behavior. We were not. It was fully chaos at the house, full dysfunction because she came to our home too.
Kelly sat down with Miley on the set of her upcoming special to hear about how she's celebrating 2 decades of Hannah Montana. That conversation airs tomorrow morning right here on GMA. And then Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special airs exactly 20 years to the day since the original series premiered. That would be tomorrow on Disney Plus and Hulu.
You know, we share the same birthday.
You do?
Yes. 2 years apart, but yes.
Like 2. She's terrific. It's exciting.
I'm happy for her.
All right. So we also want to end by explaining why we're holding these beautiful puppies. It's National Puppy Day, everybody. And our friends at Best Friends Animal Society brought in these little babies because they need good homes. So please, everyone, meet Max. He's with me, Valerie, TJ, and Ruby. You guys have those guys. They are all siblings adopted, or they came from, rescued from Georgia.
They're gorgeous.
You can call Best Friends Animal Society in New York if you're interested. They are so lovely. And they have gathered data from 4,000 shelters across the country. Turns out that 88% of puppies get adopted within a month in the shelter, with most staying for just 6 days. But there is that 4% that become long-term shelter residents, meaning last year about 20,000 sweet pups needed that extra care and help finding their forever homes. Best Friends Animal Society does just that. They say almost all puppies can be set up for success with thoughtful socialization, gradual independence building, and early lessons for safe play and behavior. Speaking of behavior, Max is on the loose. All these dogs and so many more are available for adoption at Best Friends Animal Society in New York. We got a runner. She loves you, Auntie Robin. Here we go.
Oh, I got a feisty one.
Here comes the party.
I got a curious one.
Hi, baby. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Ruby. Everybody, check it out. Best Friends Animal Society. Thank you and happy Puppy Day.
Yeah, because we have rescues, and I'm telling you.
Do you want me to take? So you have to go because you have deals and steals.
Because you say rescue, they rescue you right back. These are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, nose over toes, as my mama used to say. All right, you kids behave.
It's a puppy party.
Okay, and the dogs too, but you kids behave. We have time now for Deals and Steals. Tori is back this morning for my Rockin' Roundup as we highlight some of my all-time favorite deals. I love this.
Okay, so it's more than 10 years ago I introduced you to Amelia Rose.
Yes,
and I don't think a week has gone by when you don't wear something from this line. And it's easy to love because they look gorgeous, they feel comfortable, almost like you don't even notice that it's there. Super lightweight with that little French ear wire. It's phenomenal. So we've got all of these gorgeous quartz colors. We also have the new Marigold collection, which is phenomenal. But the earrings,
I love him. I love him. I love him. But also to see how she has grown these past years.
So fabulous how the brand has evolved. Everything's 50% off from Amelia Rose.
50% off.
Okay.
Great deal.
Sterling Forever. I walked in one day and said, we've got a little Taylor Swift-esque engagement ring. Elena said, these are the most amazing cocktail rings. And so it's the equivalent of about 8 carats, this cushion cut kind of bold stunner. You've got the purple, I've got the clear. We've got a big variety of all of their new colors. We also have their necklaces, the little hearts that I always get so many compliments on. But if you just want a little a big bling moment, this kind of does it. The pups are having fun over there. You guys are gonna have fun with the bling. Everything's at least 50% off. Plus, you know what from Sterling Forever?
What?
Free shipping
Free
from
shipping.
this line.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Oh, I'm wearing the vanilla scent.
Yes.
From this.
Okay.
Very
Octavia
light.
Morgan, she was here for a segment. You fell in love with the perfume.
Absolutely.
You said to me, we got to bring it back. Vanilla is the one that you're wearing. Sal's favorite, and now he's hooked Lara on it too. This Casablanca. We've got dark. Yep, she's spritzed it all over. This dark rose.
I have that too. Yes.
The scents are phenomenal. They're designed to evoke emotion, make you feel good. We've got the full size as well as the travel size, so you guys are covered no matter where you are. All half price.
Okay, you just do it and
there
then you
go.
walk right into
there
it.
You go.
All right.
Birth date candles. I learned this weekend that Sweet Amber is all about aura, energy, astrology. This line combines astrology, numerology. The proof is in this empty jar. This was in your dressing room. And the girls, the Glam Fam said to me, you got to bring back birth date candle because Robin's is on empty. So it takes your birth date. They create 365 different scents. And there's a little personality to it. I love it that George's, his key feature, intellectual.
Oh, very appropriate.
Sam, gifted. Lara says creative. And it's really all about your birth date. So pretty fabulous on these. Create something special for yourself. It's not just as a gift, as you see. These are 50% off.
I couldn't wait for my birthday. I just did it. Have it on right now. Right now.
Yep. If you wear high heels, they look fabulous. They don't always feel so fabulous. This still standing spray uses plant-based actives, so aloe, arnica, ilex, to be able to give you that comfortable relief without numbing your foot. Lasts for hours. When you need a touch-up, spritz it on. You're good to go. 50% off and free shipping.
Because you can put it also in your bag.
Yeah. Yep. Pocket size. And then finally, no one deserves a foot massage like Elena. What do you think?
Long hours standing doing beauty work. This is definitely glam approved.
Oh, glam approved.
Glam approved. So it's a sit back and relax moment. It's got vibration, heat, compression. So this is one that's it's the real deal. If you've got foot pain, you need this. 50% off and free shipping.
Free shipping. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Tori. I appreciate this very much. And all these great companies that we've partnered with these great products. You can get them, gmadeals.com. Coming up, our new series, Next Up, starting with the women's college basketball star making her mark. I give away all my secrets.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
You heard the man. Live here in New York City. Back now at our new series. It's called Next Up. Very excited about this. Sharing the stories of rising stars from various fields. And we're tipping things off with women's hoops. All-American Audie Crooks, the Iowa State junior, already making her mark on the game with pro hoops in her future. She's earned the nicknames Lady Shack and one Audie.
To Audie and one.
And her teammates call her Odds, which is fitting because she defies so many.
I have surpassed my own expectations.
But her name is Audie Crooks, and based on her record-breaking stats, she's next up. Known for her footwork and finishing skills, Crooks is a junior center for Iowa State University, averaging more than 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists per game.
I don't give myself the ball. I'm a center, so that's a big credit to my teammates. Every bucket I've ever scored has come from somebody else.
Earlier this year, she became the fastest women's basketball player to reach 2,000 career points in Big 12 history.
There's so many powerful women that came before me, so to even be a part of that conversation is an absolute honor.
This season, Iowa State women's basketball was one of the most watched college teams according to Nielsen data.
Now that we do have that platform and are starting to get that respect, it's time to shine and time to show what women can really do.
Her message to anyone who might still be skeptical.
I would say, thanks for watching, because most of the time when they comment, it's probably about gameplay. So thank you for your viewership.
Her work ethic and her jersey number are largely influenced by her first fans, her mother Michelle and late father Jimmy, who both played basketball in high school.
My mom and my dad both wore number 55, so that was something that was really important to me. I know he's got the best seat in the house, so it's just really giving effort and wearing that number.
Fade away for Crooks. That has turned into a go-to for number 55.
Another love she developed because of him was her passion for music. Her skills on the court, just one of her many talents.
I feel like a vessel, honestly, a vessel, especially when I'm singing gospel music, because that's when God is speaking to me. I feel like a vessel for my father as well, because that's something that him and I did together, something that we bonded over. So just carrying his voice and his legacy with me.
May worship you.
Her message to anyone hoping to be next up.
I would say acknowledge and appreciate who you are, focus on who you are and what you can do, and don't apologize for what you're not.
Yes.
Don't apologize for what you're not. I love this woman. Unfortunately for Audie and Iowa State, they came up short in the first round of the NCAA tournament. They lost to Syracuse in the first round. Audie did everything she could. She scored 37 points, more than half of her team's. Yeah, and she's got one more year of college eligibility. Then it's certainly moves off to the WNBA. Yeah. She's projected to be a top pick in 2027. But she's also thinking about Unrivaled, playing overseas. So many options now.
Yeah, that's great. And I love that she has an open mind and see where it takes her.
And great
She's
energy.
so talented.
Like the thanks for watching. She's
Yeah,
basically saying,
exactly.
You know?
Maybe we'll see her on Broadway with
Let's
that voice
go,
too.
55.
She can sing. All right, let's kick it over now to Michael.
Yeah, she can do it all, Robin. Thank you so much for that. And we're here now with New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, and he's out with a new book called Simply Stand. Mr. Booker, thank you for joining us this morning, man. Appreciate you being here. And I love this book because this is a book about virtues.
Yes.
And it's 10 of them, and the people, famous or non-famous, who exemplify them or who don't.
Yes.
So why now? Why'd you write this book now?
Well, more than you know, I when I'm walking around the country, people are afraid and worried about their nation across the political spectrum, and were asking me, what do I do? What do I do? And my response is, we are the heroes that we've been looking for. And if you look at our history or even our present, it's always Americans in times like this that stand up for the best of who we are in the worst of times, and that's how we win.
And one vulnerability that might surprise people, one virtue that might surprise people is vulnerability. How is that a virtue?
Well, you see it in sports right now. Some of the men that I think really break through often are the ones that talk about their own personal struggles. This is not a time we need more boasting of how great I am or how perfect I am. We create community many times when we open up about our struggles, about our pain. This is difficult times. So many Americans are hurting. And I, in the last year, have seen so many Americans courageously opening up. This young man named Joseph Peters at one of my town halls, he suffered from severe anxiety, but wanted to come out and speak about what cuts in healthcare were meaning to his family. And it was amazing to watch a crowd of 1,000 people change instantly, crying, hugging, and he became a hero in my life because of that. Something about sharing when you're broken open gives you more points of connection to more people to come together and show strength. That's what we are as Americans when we're honest and open with each other. And I think one of the best ways to show the strength of who we are is by showing our imperfections and our vulnerability.
Yeah, and you talk about opening up and others opening up, but you opened up yourself. You write about yourself in this book.
Yeah.
About vulnerability. When were you vulnerable?
Look, I've struggled a lot with the virtues in this book. In many ways, this book is about a lot of the teachers from history and from present who've helped me. But I think there was no harder period in my life when my dad was suffering from Parkinson's. And then I had this one moment where my life came full circle, watching my mother deteriorate, her own health suffering, losing money. A lot of people who are caregivers with people with Alzheimer's or dementia. And it was just a taking my dad to the bathroom for the first time, this man who took me to the bathroom so often. And it was in that bathroom, it was a public bathroom in an Atlanta movie theater, when my dad was completely gone and not there, that somebody walked in and recognized me, and I'm horrified, mortified, embarrassed that here I am trying to help my dad go to the bathroom. And then suddenly I look at my father and he is laughing because suddenly he was there and realizing that he had mortified me yet again in my life.
Yeah.
And it was this sweet, tender moment, but also an expansion for my heart to understand not just what my family was going through, but suddenly realizing there was millions of Americans who often struggle in isolation. We're all going through this. And I've now really worked with that community of caregivers and others across the political spectrum to say we as a country have to do more for people who are struggling like this. So it's really one of those moments in my life where I found myself broken down, but yet in that breaking, I found myself more whole by joining with others.
Yeah, it's part of the just living, it's part of life.
Yeah.
You start out, somebody is taking you to the bathroom. It's kind of the cycle of life, man, and that's a real moment. But let's switch to politics for a minute. The DHS has been shut down for 38 days now. A lot of TSA workers, or none of them, have been getting paid. Lines at airports are backing up. President Trump is sending ICE agents now to airports to help out. Do you think it's time for both sides to come together and get this figured out?
Yeah, this is one of the more stupid things I've ever seen in Washington, where you have TSA agents who are really struggling. Now many of them having to ask others to help them with food and meals because they're missing paychecks. And we just need to pay the damn TSA agents. And Democrats 7 times have come forward and say, hey, look, we're having a fight on ICE, but pay TSA, pay FEMA, the people that are helping America. Why hold hostage airports because we're fighting over ICE? Look, the principle here is something Americans agree with, frankly, on both sides of the aisle. We don't want ICE agents arresting Americans, dragging people out of their homes, killing people. There needs to be reforms. And while we negotiate over that, don't drag in all these other agencies that have nothing to do with that principled fight. So I'm hoping this week when we propose again, pay ICE, make airports work, pay FEMA, they have urgent work to do, and let's continue the negotiations over Homeland Security's ICE activities.
Because I think it surprised a lot of people with how much they're banking, because people think, how can it be paycheck to paycheck? But when you see what their paychecks are, they're really not making a lot of money as much as it seems like they should.
I was one of the people leading for their pay raises. I get a lot of daps when I go through the airport because people forget that these are public service officers, but some of the lowest public safety professionals in the federal government workforce. These folks do a really tough job, and often we take out our anger on them because they delay us, but really what they're doing is keeping us safe. We owe them to end this nightmare, to pay them, and then let's work on the negotiation over ICE, which to me, desperately, this reckless agency needs some reform.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people are frustrated because the lawmakers are getting paid and the TSA workers aren't getting paid. And very quickly, yes or no answer, you're a contender or you're considered to be a presidential contender for 2028, running or not?
I'm running for re-election in November, so I'm hoping New Jersey will support me, hoping folks will reach out to my campaign. But no matter what, in 2028, I'm telling you right now, both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party need big change. I want this country to have a new vision. I want us to redeem the dream of America. I think all of us in this generational shift now going on with younger leaders coming up, it is time that we bring a real new vision for our country. And so I'm going to be a part of that conversation regardless of what I'm running for. I'm just tired of both parties, frankly. We're missing the moment. I see corruption in Washington like I've never seen before, with billions of dollars of dark money, corporate money, corrupting the system. I see a lack of simplistic vision. Most Americans are losing their faith that the deal works for them. They're working harder than their parents, making less, can't afford rent, mortgage, providing for their kids, and God, healthcare costs and other costs are skyrocketing. It is time that we renew America again and make the best of who we are really present in our politics, which I think right now has been devoid of a lot of hope and a lot of promise for Americans who are losing faith.
So I take that as a yes. Cory Booker, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for not bringing up my most embarrassing sports moment.
I'm not going to talk about how you hit me with a golf ball back in the day. But Cory's book, Stand, is available tomorrow. Make sure you pick it up and get all those virtues in. And coming up, it's time for a big Bluey announcement, and some of Bluey and Bingo's biggest little fans can't wait to meet.
It's never made that sound before. Wow. Blue?
together on screen for the very first time in a new animated short. It's called Mickey Plus Bluey from the Mickey Plus series of short videos streaming now on Disney Plus. And this morning we have big Bluey news. Take a look.
It's the show that has won over the hearts of Mom and Dad, and especially kids.
Bluey!
The Disney Plus hit series follows the lovable blue healer dog Bluey,
Okay, I'll go hide again.
her sister Bingo,
I spy with my little eye something colored blue.
and their parents as they navigate childhood.
Did you clean this up?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Bluey.
With life lessons for little ones.
I'm a big girl now.
Remember, I'll always be here for you.
And no shortage of playful fun.
Oh, yeah, go Bluey! Yeah!
Now the Australian healer sisters are going from Down Under to Disneyland. Bluey! With a brand new show called Bluey's Best Day Ever. Staged in Fantasyland, park goers can sing and dance along with Bluey and Bingo to their heart's content.
Wow. All right. So are you all excited for the new live show at Disneyland?
Yeah!
I thought so. And guess who is coming out right now for a dance party? Come on out. Let's roll the music, everybody. Bluey and her sister Bingo in the house. Everybody, let's dance. Woo! All right, dance party happening. Right now, though, we're going to Ginger.
Thank you, Lara. The party is so loud I could barely hear you. If you want to check out Bluey's Best Day Ever at Disneyland Resort, the kids' summer ticket offer is available now for a limited time. It's $50 per day per child ages 3 to 9 years old for Disneyland visits between May 22nd through September 7th with select park hopper ticket options. More information about the offer is available at disneyland.com/offers.
Now with Gabby Windy, you've seen her on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Dancing with the Stars. She was also one of the winners on The Traitors. Well, now the tables are turning, and she is hosting a new show on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. It's called Love Overboard, and it brings the quest for love to a luxury yacht. I love this idea. Welcome to GMA.
Thank you for having me.
So this show has one of the best eliminations that I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on a yacht.
Yes.
And yes, when you're out, you must walk the plank.
Right, and then drop the plank.
And
you don't know if it's coming.
That is really, when you heard, I know that you were aware of it, but when you saw it happening, your reaction?
I mean, it's just like I was just telling you, it's hard to explain because unless you're there, it's just the sound too, because it's like whatever air powered and you know someone behind you is just pressing a button and that's your fate. So you just hope to God it's not you, but you know, 50% chance isn't like huge.
Right,
So,
yeah.
Well, it's very likely.
At the beginning of the show, 4 competitors find out that they are going to be living in luxury.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the competitors get a little bit of a twist.
Oh my gosh, look at, there it is, there it is.
All right, so let's take
and
a look.
they all wear their clothes, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh. There it is.
You will be working, living, and breathing as crew on the downside of this boat.
That's amazing. So it's total Down Abbey. It's like
Legitimate
upstairs,
streams.
downstairs.
Yes, I know. And they all wear their clothes to go off the plank. It's like, guys, and get a wetsuit. Don't you want the buoyancy?
Yes.
I mean, we're like lucky, you know, it didn't end up like the submersible.
For the competitors that had to live in the bottom, what was that like?
I mean, I'm like, I think maybe the military. And I'm like, if they had enough fervor for each other as they did for fighting for our country, then like I would actually trust them, like going into battle. But they got sick of it. They were ready to get out by the end. You know, the bottom of a ship, it smells. So that it's like they're living in that, maybe absorbing it into their pores. I don't know. And then they had to like clean the toilets. Like,
And
they
be
pretty
on
much
TV.
were
I mean,
military trained.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it like for you with the tables turned and now hosting?
It was a different experience, but I loved being on the other side of things. I've paid my dues.
Yes,
so
you
it's
have.
like, yeah, watching other people go through it. But I also think it's good, like, to be able to relate to them, you know. And it's really hard as a host to be objective because I love to choose favorites. So that part was hard, but it's like, I'm a professional.
Right,
You
you're
can
unbiased.
do it. Yes, exactly.
Now,
Save
on
it.
top of the show, congratulations are in order. You've now been married for a year.
Yes.
Congrats, Robbie Hoffman and you also made some big headlines at the Vanity Fair Oscars after party.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, it was my first like Vanity Fair party, and I'm like, I had the best date, so it was just the best time. Yeah.
I love those pictures. That party's supposed to be just one of the greats. Were you having a hard time keeping composure?
Oh my God, always. I mean, you look around and you're like, oh my God, that's Nicole Kidman. It's magic. It was like my sexual awakening. I came out on The View. Like, I'm a lesbian, obviously.
Oh, I love it. You are so authentic, and that's why you're here. That's why you're doing these shows, and this just seems like a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I mean, having like been on a romantic love dating shows, you know, and having watched all of them, there's like something special. Obviously, the twists and turns, but it's also filmed so great.
Well, we can't wait to see.
Yeah, yeah.
So nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming in. And guys, you want to check this out? It's Love Overboard.
Yeah.
It streams on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus starting Thursday. It sounds like quite a ride.
I want to thank everybody for watching.
That was really fun.
And thanks to Bluey, Bingo, and their little fans for being here this morning. And we had puppies.
Yes, National Puppy Day. Have a good one, everyone.